Hi, I'm Seamless. Here's a chat. Saying and doing weird things. Today is Monday, which means right now I'm going to be doing a track from scratch. I just began a timer for 1 hour because I am going to do 3 hours at once. But I'm going to take breaks in between individual hour segments so that I can get stuff done and so that I can take breaks because honestly, some of this might be interesting. Anyway, this is some kind of dubstep thing. I'm going to play through what I got so far, and then we'll continue creating stuff some more. Here we go. So I just had a thought when I was listening to this. Now, normally when I do drops, the way that I arrange it is like I have an A part and a B part, which is not uncommon. People do this. And the way that I was thinking of doing this is I just realized that when I was listening to the A part here, is it sounds an awful lot like a B part. And what I mean by that is that the A part is usually the bass heavy, weird, not very progressive part. And then the B part is where the melody and stuff lives. And that's kind of what I intended when I made this. Because I actually made this part first, this progression and this main melody first. This over here. But I listened to this part, and this sort of also sounds like kind of how I would have handled the B part. I don't really have an A part traditionally. I guess though, I think the point that I was making of this track was I wanted to be more melodic than usual. I don't know. I'm not totally into how the melody goes into this parts of it. I do like pretty much everything else about it though. Somebody needs to go over that, but I don't know if it's going to be this particular melody because, although I did just kind of write it and forget about it, so that's not really any skin off my nose to make another one. I'm gonna not have as much expression in moving. No. What? See, I don't like that. But that is going with what the bass is doing, though. progression is a little whack. That's kind of what's happening here. I tried to make it more in line with what I did in the A drop. I do like the sort of triumphant feel of the whole thing, but it is sort of just... yeah. What is happening here? I think I'm just gonna reprise this part here. Although, just in case I don't hate this later, I'm gonna save that. Blurp, 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 blurp. So having done that, of course now I gotta make the bass fit. Actually, that is something interesting could happen. But what's happening over here? That's... That is way awesome. It was way more awesome than I thought. This might actually be better as like a second usage, a second refrain. I don't know terms. I just like throwing words around that I think I know what I'm talking about. Let's put this back here. Hey, look, guys, this is pattern 46. And then bring the old progression back. But then, of course, I have to make a new bass line to go with this. Of course, I'll remember what I was doing. This was... So it was the 7. Going back to 7. Let's mute this for a second. Bring email or something. Oh, someone sent me a message on Patreon. I gotta remember to check the timer. It's only been about 10 minutes, but that's okay. I how the C work, but nothing else does. Because C is the root. That's why. I really want that natural to happen, although I'm okay with it happening over there where there's no lead, but over here I probably don't want this to happen anymore. Probably don't want this chord to be natural. Natural 7. Yeah. And by the way, when I said C is the root, I meant it was the root of that particular chord, not the root of everything. I know that F's the root. So this is the I could try going down to 4. Or even a 3. Try a 4. Do I have a 4 chord in here yet? No, I don't. What we're doing 5s. And then 3s up here. Kind of like a combo 4 and 7. And just in case you guys didn't think I was, I am watching you in the stream and I do think it's funny. That's a weird ending. Put the wrong goddamn note in there? Is that what happened? That's just out of tune is all. There's other things in here. have this harp. Forgot about the harp. This ending is not gonna work at all, I can already tell. Maybe I can just extend the last chord there. It is the end of the drop, of the B drop, so it could be Philly. I can straight up not have a chord there. That's the other thing. I can just fuck it and just have a fill without any kind of melodic component. Fill business here, I think, is what's up. I definitely need to do something about this drum beat, because I do have the same beat happening every single time, and it's a little bit annoying. Like, for example, this. What's happening here is that the superior drummer kick is not lining up with the two kicks I'm doing outside, and is actually loud enough for it to be noticeable. I kind of like what that sounds like, though. Kind of gives a sort of extra little percussion-y kind of deal. Percussion-y kind of deal. Ugh, I like how not like, I was gonna say official, but that's not what I meant. Not I don't know what I'm not, but I'm not. come up with something to happen there. Professional wasn't the word I was going to use either, though. I guess like argument could be made that I'm not that either. So I think it's gotta go at the end there. I don't know what, but I'll find out later, I suppose. So I guess now I want to put the strings back. And to do that, I'm gonna copy, merge pattern clips. Is this a string? Probably. What's this? It's a piano. I have a piano in here? What are you using that for? Oh, that. So strings are higher and louder. Wrong fucking thing. Actually, I guess I'm not using that, so... Wait, I am. Why is this back here again? Oh. Some of these are too high. Like, I basically can't have notes higher than this. So, I guess I can harmonize it if I'm gonna do that. Let's do threes. That's a 6, or yeah, it's a 6. So that's that, and that goes up here, it goes up there. That was wrong. That was super wrong, but also, well, that shouldn't be that. Should have been that wrong. First, I'll be almost unnoticeable when everything's stacked together. about these chords? Now, am I doing different chords from? This is harmonic number 6, and this is harmonic number 6. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clone this, and I'm going to use them differently. Don't think I'm doing any automation on them, so that's fine. Fuck with. Guess I could just have the empty. I think I know what I want to do after this too. Not quite the same pattern as what's happening in here. Where's the kick? I need a kick. Just take a beginning of the main pattern. Actually, I'm gonna try something. There's a couple of tools in the playlist that I barely ever use. One of them might be what I want in this regard. What the shit? Yeah, so there's some interesting. I'm gonna mess with that at some point. This is neat, but not what I wanted. That's the claw machine. That's what this thing does. It's very interesting. I don't want to randomize. I don't want to flip. What does flip do? That's a very interesting tool as well. Not something I wanted to use. That's the scale flip. The key. That's a limit. A key limiter. Flam arpeggiate. Fuck is that? Okay, interesting. More neat stuff. All right, well, I don't actually want this anymore. Ooh, where's that? An ARP I had at the beginning. Way too sharp now. Both of these are not actually in the channel, are they? Nope. kind of know what, like I have an idea in my head, which is good because how much time I got left? We got half an hour left in this block. About 21 minutes actually. Let's start early. Whatever timers, but I will. That's good because, you know, I have an idea and I can actually expand on it and have time to do it, and I'll do it this time instead of waiting a week. Crackling sound you're hearing is what happens when smooth sounding things that don't have a lot of high frequencies get pushed through soft saturation. Even the slightest bit. So doing that now, the way I deal with that is I'll make a second Maximus. I'll probably will be what I do, and turn it so it's all compression. Sound smooth. This works for the drops because all of like the saws and the basses and the drums, they're all full of high frequencies, and so when they're distorted, which only adds additional harmonics to a sound, which are waveforms that are divisible by the fundamental, or the other way around, whatever. Anyway, it means that there's no phase cancellation or whatever, so it means they're not going to add sounds that aren't already there, so the distortion is less noticeable. But in big old breaks like this. It's actually not as noticeable because that ARP's there. That's interesting. That's cool to know. There's actually a note in the piano that if I compress it and you listen to it. Well, notice how not all of them have noise on them. One of those notes, it might actually be on the Bechstein, but on some of those notes, you can hear another piano player playing something in the background. So in the studio where they were recording that one sample for someone playing, like, you could hear someone else on some piano in some other studio hammering away, going like, just playing a whole bunch of bullshit. And I was just like, wow, good job, East West. I like this though, because if I could play, you know, really quiet. It's a lot of fun. What I should do is split this up into very low and very high. All the wrong notes that could ever live. Did I miss? I did, apparently. so that sounds kind of unnatural, just because all the notes are all like ding, ding, instead of some kind of bidness. There's tools to do this automatically, but I like doing it not automatically. Just slight. A really fast way to do this without using, you know, like the humanizer tools or whatever is to grab this little thing and just be like, moving around slightly, but I have Alt on, so it's not doing it. Kind of thing. Let's grab a random swath of notes. Just like, worked out way better than I thought it would. So I want to automate the volume. It does nothing. Right now in chat, they're talking about the time I shaved my beard. I actually recorded a video of it and I put it to music. It was my remix of the Cowboy Bebop theme. And it took me a year to get it back to basically where it was. So yeah. This is where I gotta change Maximus's up. So let's do that. Clone. So on, off. So create automation clip for on. I'm gonna link it to the same controller, but I'm gonna invert it so that when the other guy's on, this guy's off. And when this guy's on, the other guy's off. The only issue with this is that at the moment where it changes, things get a little weird, and the transients aren't as sharp as they should be. So, like, if I were to just do this, that big hit at the beginning wouldn't actually. We lose a little bit of our awesomeness. So I gotta try and like. And if I do this, we get a weird little phasey moment, which actually didn't sound too bad just then. See, that sounded pretty bad. So they gotta sort of play with it. Did I do the wrong Maximus? What's up? Oh, I didn't change it. Yerp. There we go. So the extra snaps and pops you're hearing are the streaming errors from the piano. All right, let me listen to this from the beginning to see what the flow is like. Plan would be to have the drums come back, but I'm not totally sure if I want to do that. This mix with the Maximus. Although I guess I could come back to the other Maximus once I have drums again. Try that. That's secondary bass in the drop here. Could be a little more stereo. some mixing wonkiness happening. So that means I gotta listen to this at full volume for a while. So give me a minute. I'll turn the mic off. Actually, I lied. We're about done with part 1 of today's 3-hour stream. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna stop recording and I'm gonna go do something for a break, and then when I come back, I will actually then listen to this at full volume and do some more mixing shenanigans to make it kind of work out, because like the kick is kind of doing some funny things and I gotta deal with that. Anyway, part 2 will be linked in the description of this video. If you have any questions about any of this, let me know, and as usual, have a nice day.